Alright, the last one before we finally do our end-to-end testing of the application is the shipment details. So once we press the shipment ID, we should be able to get the shipment details. So that in case we want to sit in a detailed view, it's just the same thing with what we are saying here, right here. But in case we want to sit in a more detailed view, there's no time in wanting to do that. So let's jump right into that now. The step we have been using previously also applied to this step. So we just go straight to our code. The file that we are using for the shipment details model is actually this. So we just go right here and get our context. You can see everything is actually using context model, the context. So now that we have that, we can just go right into, actually what we need the context for is just the contracts, smart contracts. Contracts. To use, just copy it from here. Then that will now give us this. So we have our shipment ID. Let's just also duplicate this and set the shipment, the particular shipment that we want to display the details. Sorry, I'm supposed to do the two together. Shipments. Just remove the ID. That will have solved the problem. Right, so by default, let's just say the shipment is none. Also, we want to track the loading status. Loading status, Ctrl D, loading, skip, loading, that should be capital letter. By default, let us set it to false. So these are the state variables that we are going to be using. So it's just like the same way you can declare a variable to be equals to const loading. It's equals to initially false. So that's what you are doing. But the only thing this just allow you to do is just allow you to update. Like if you want to use it, just call the loading, you will be able to use it. Also, if you want to update it, just say set loading, then you'll be good to go. So that's just what makes it different. Right, so now once we have our shipment ID, we might definitely not need this, but definitely we are going to be using our weights because we want to communicate with blockchain. So we need to set that to async. So now we want to check if we have the shipment ID. If there's no shipment ID and there's no contracts, we just don't want to do anything. Let's just alert the user that something went wrong, something like that. Something went wrong, then we do return. That means we don't want the program to continue to execute. Alright, however, if we are able to get through that step, that means there's a shipment ID, then there's a contract, then we want to set the loading to be true, and also in case the user is coming again, we want to set the shipment to be none. In case there's checking random shipment again, so we can just try const shipment is equals to await contract. So we want to get where's our smart contract now. We want to get the shipment with that particular ID. that the user has passed. Then costs formatted shipment. We just need to just get the value that we need. Actually, you can see that here we need the receiver, the sender, the update, delivery date, distance, price, and paid. So we just want to reformat that to what we need. Reformat what is coming from the blockchain to what we need. So let's just set that to shipment. Of course, you know the values. So let me just close this so that I can get access to my smart contracts. Alright, so structure, I need the receiver now. So I just go and move it directly to avoid. So I need the sender, shipment, this is the sender is the seller. And I also need the pickup date. Is what? Shipment dot pickup date. And I also need the delivery date. Is that it was delivered. So at the same time, it might not have delivery date yet. So I'll just say shipment. Shipment dot if we have delivery date. I'll set it, otherwise I'll set it to not available. If it is not equals to null, let's say there's a value for it, then we can set it to whatever is it that we have there. Otherwise, we set it to not available since it has not been delivered. From there, we go to the distance. Distance, and we put the comma here. Distance is shipment. But let's see the structure we are getting from the blockchain. Distance and the price. Now we need ethers. Let's use ethers for the conversion of string. Ethers from ethers. So just use ethers for the conversion. Format ether. Shipment, which will be a string. So just want to format it to be price, no, to be in the form of Ethereum. So we want to see if it is paid or not. So if it is paid, then we just, if it is delivered, that means it is paid. So if the status is, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, if it's delivered, then it is paid already. Because the seller must pay before they even start this. If it has been delivered, then the logistic provider will have received the payment. So once we have that, now let's catch the error. Before we catch the error, so once we have that, we can just say set shipment for the formatted shipments. So from there we can then catch this is an error while fetching the shipments. So we don't shy away from that. Console.error, error fetching shipments, error fetching shipments, then the error will be error You can also tell the user, say maybe shipment not found, which will most likely be the reason if they enter a wrong index. So finally, either there's an error or not, this finally will be executed. So we just use it to set our loading to false. So if there's an error, it should stop loading, and if there's no error, it should stop loading. So from there, we can just reset our shipment ID to be none. So once we have that, we can now go ahead to display our stuff. Right, so after the form, that is form, display the details. In case it is currently loading, this is will surely be true. So we need to get the spinner again from React Bootstrap. Spinner. So we need to get the spinner. Now we are about to use it. It's a self-closing tag. But we just need to do is to pass the animation to be border. Animation to be border. Then this time around, we are not going to set this to be true by default. If there's a shipment, then we can then set the receiver to be shipment dot receiver. And don't forget, we have actually defined all that value here. Receiver, and just copy it, everything to be on one line. Just copy everything to be on one line. So now that we know that this is on one line, so we can just move it from one place to the other. Alright, we have the receiver already. Now the sender too. And just copy this. This is the sender. And the pickup date, you can also copy this. And the pickup date, we can delete this that we don't need again. The delivery dates. Date it, and the distance, no, the distance, copy, and the price. Zip it. We also put that. So let's do some bit of extra inputs for the paid. So we do, if it has been paid, yes, then we want to do yes. Let's add some emoji to make it a little bit not the conventional way. Nothing changed though, not yet. Otherwise we say not yet, and then we push this emoji. Alright, having done that, let's save. Let's go and test it. Test our application. Now you can see by default it doesn't display the shipment. Let me just do one. Then you can see it's fetching. But I also want to truncate the address because anybody can see this. So I think I should truncate the address. Let's just go and use the same shortened URL that we use here. Just copy it from here. So just use it to replace this. So we have this. We also have this. We check. I can see now it's shortened. I want to see the thing that should be page. What if I choose 0? It should be page. Price. It is not displaying correctly. Price is 8. Oh, see. Let's see it now. See now correctly. Other than that, let's just use delivery dates. If we have a delivery date, then otherwise not paid yet. Alright, so on that note, we can now say we have come to the end of the integration of our application to the blockchain locally. And now let us go ahead